Okay, we proceed with chapter 7, lesson 3, and now we're going to study about comparing three quantities. Okay, so how do we compare three quantities? We just learned about the ratios where we compare two different numbers, two different quantities, and now we're going to do it with three quantities. So learn one, look here. Okay. So Zach has 4 baseballs, 6 tennis balls, and 8 ping pong balls, right? All different. The ratio of the numbers of the baseballs to the number of tennis balls to the number of ping pong balls. So it is 4, 6, and 8, right? And this is what they tell us. This is the ratio of the all balls, right? Now, if you group them, right, and the groups of 2, right, groups of 2, right? There's going to be 2 groups, there's going to be 3 groups, there's going to be 4 groups. So your ratio 4, 6 to 8 becomes what? 2, 3 to 4. Very easy to follow. You just divide it by common factor of 2, right? Divided by both parts by 2, right? This is how you got it. Okay? Alright, and this is what they explain us here, right? How do we get this fraction, right? We got this fraction, we divided it by common factor, and we simplified it, and now we have our fraction in the simplest form. So they tell us, so 2 to 3 to 4 is the simplest form of 4 to 6 to 8, right? And the girl tells us we divide the quantities by a common factor to express the ratio in its simplest form. Right? This is what we do. We use the common factor of 2 over here, right? Common factor of 2 to represent the ratio in the simplest form. Okay. You can do this at home with any kind of groups. With any kind of object, right? We're just gonna proceed with the exercise. So find the missing numbers, right? We have 4 yellow blocks, so it is 4. We have 2 blue, so it is 2, and we have 6 green, right? 6 green. So this is your ratio, right? 4 to 2 to 6. Okay. Now you put them all together. You group them, right? You group these cubes. And all groups are the groups of 2, right? So you have your 2 groups, you have one group, you have your 3 groups. And now as the groups, they become 2 to 1 to 3, right? So your ratio in the simplest form is 2 to 1 to 3. Same thing, okay? Now the next thing we do is we need to express these ratios in the simplest form. Alright, I'm pretty sure you can do it yourself, right? Common factor is 5 everywhere, right? 5, 15, and 20. And that's gonna be what? 1, 3, and 4, right? If you look at this, right, they're all even, so you can divide them by 2, right? And the common factor is 2, right? And the answer will be 2 to 9 to 12. Okay, C. It's very hard for you to see here. 12 to 16 to 28, right? I'm gonna do it like this. Okay, now you can see 12 to 16 to 28. Okay, do your math, find the common factor. I will just give you the answer. 3 to 4 to 7. So the next concept that they teach us here, right? Find the missing numbers. That basically they show us, right, if we have a ratio and we have equivalent ratio and we know only one number, right, this is how we can find our common factor, right? 12 divided by 3 is 4, and they show us 4 is the common factor, so over here 4 is the common factor, right, over here. Okay, so common factor is same everywhere for the all numbers, all members of the ratio, right? So 2 times 4 is 8, 5 times 4 is 20. So your fraction is 8 to 12 to 20, right? This is what they tell you. Method 2, is, right, you can show this relationship as multiplication, or you can show this relationship reverse, like look at the arrow. Red arrow goes up, right? 12 divided by 4, still factor is the same, right? Well, now it's not a factor, now it's what is a numerator, right? And yeah, same thing, right? So find the missing numbers, right? You have your fraction, you have your ratio, you have equivalent ratio, right? And these two numbers, they relate to each other, right? What is the common factor? Common factor is 3, so common factor is going to be 3 everywhere, right? So 4 times 3 is 12, and 5 times 3 is 15, and your ratio becomes 3 to 12 to 15, okay? And same thing with B, right? These numbers are related, right? What is the common factor between them, right? Find the common factor. Common factor is 7, right? 7. 9 times 7 is 63, right? So now you divide this number by 7, and you find this number, which is 5. And you divide this number by 7, and it is 4. So your ratio is 4 to 5 to 9. So last thing, very simple thing that we're gonna learn here, find the missing numbers, right? They show us, well, that's the totally same thing. First, we just found this with in the learn to, we found here with multiplication. They just show basically the put division first, right? This is division first, multiplication second, okay? So 18 to 12 to 9 can be represented as a ratio 6 to 4 to 3, right? Divide all numbers by 3, or otherwise multiply by 3. Okay, very simple. Easier to learn from the real practice, right? Find the missing numbers. 16, what do you need to divide 16? What is the number over here? 16 you need to divide by 1 to get 2, right? So it is 8. So common factor by numerator, right, is 8 everywhere. 56 divided by 8 is 7, and 32 divided by 8 is 4. Okay, and the same thing here, right? 125 and 25. Right? How are they related? You need to divide 125. You need to divide by 5, right, to get 25. So 100 divided by 5 again is 20, and 15 divided by 5 is 3. That's your fraction, or ratio, sorry. 3 to 20 to 25. Do the workbook practice, and everything will be very, very clear. Okay, before you go, pause the video, take a piece of paper, solve this, and in a second I will give you the solution. So the solution. And one more exercise. Pause the video, try to do it yourself, and I will give you the solution.